It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. One who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived. Politics have no relation to morals. If an injury has to be done to a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of others. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. There are three kinds of intelligence. One kind understands things for itself. The other appreciates what others can understand. The third understands neither for itself nor through others. This first kind is excellent, the second good, and the third kind useless. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. There is nothing more difficult to take in hand, more perilous to conduct, or more uncertain in its success, than to take the lead in the introduction of a new order of things. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Never was anything great achieved without danger. Before all else, be armed. The more sand has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. Men ought either to be indulged or utterly destroyed, for if you merely offend them they take vengeance, but if you injure them greatly they are unable to retaliate, so that the injury done to a man ought to be such that vengeance cannot be feared. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. I'm not interested in preserving the status quo. I want to overthrow it. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. Men should be either treated generously or destroyed, because they take revenge for slight injuries. For heavy ones they cannot. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. Severities should be dealt out all at once, so that their suddenness may give less offense, benefits ought to be handed or drop by drop, so that they may be relished the more. The main foundations of every state, new states as well as ancient or composite ones, are good laws and good arms. You cannot have good laws without good arms, and where there are good arms, good laws inevitably follow. Men rise from one ambition to another. First, they seek to secure themselves against attack, and then they attack others. A son can bear with equanimity the loss of his father, but the loss of his inheritance may drive him to despair. Hatred is gained as much by good works as by evil. No enterprise is more likely to succeed than one concealed from the enemy until it is ripe for execution. It is necessary for him who lays out a state and arranges laws for it to presuppose that all men are evil and that they are always going to act according to the wickedness of their spirit whenever they have free scope. God is not willing to do everything, and thus take away our free will and that share of glory which belongs to us. Hence it comes about that all armed prophets have been victorious, and all unarmed prophets have been destroyed. Of mankind we may say in general they are fickle, hypocritical, and greedy of gain. There is no surer sign of decay in a country than to see the rights of religion held in contempt. The one who adapts his policy to the times prospers, and likewise that the one whose policy clashes with the demands of the times does not. War should be the only study of a prince. He should consider peace only as a breathing time, which gives him leisure to contrive, and furnishes as ability to execute, military plans. A return to first principles in a republic is sometimes caused by the simple virtues of one man. His good example has such an influence that the good men strive to imitate him, and the wicked are ashamed to lead a life so contrary to his example.